Step out and take a 1-minute break. We'll get back. We'll talk about the final stats as the East Kentucky Miners win 106-102. You're listening to Miner Basketball on Q95, Eastern Kentucky's best.
Can you dig it, Miners fans? Now you can show your support for Eastern Kentucky's first professional basketball team and look good while doing it. East Kentucky Miners apparel is now on sale at all Miners home games in the Expo Center, as well as at select events around Eastern Kentucky. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, and keychains are just some of the items now available for purchase. Also, be sure to check in our website at www.ekminers.com, where merchandise will soon be available for online purchasing.
Welcome back to the East Kentucky Expo Center. There's a little celebrating going on here. You think it was the playoffs. I mean, I'm telling you, it was playoff atmosphere tonight. Definitely a great basketball game.
There's a lot of celebrating going on here tonight.
They are. Like I said, there's a lot of district games going on. And this game right here felt like a playoff game, Jerry. And the atmosphere in here tonight was phenomenal.
It was electric.
It was. I'm telling you, it absolutely was.
It was the best crowd and the best atmosphere I've seen all year.
It is, and everybody pumped. I was really excited about that. Got the man over here, Coach Keathley, coming in, and Coach, awesome win. Congratulations. Awesome win. I tell you, right there at the very beginning, we got down by 11. Never did get shook up. We fought back and just and smooth as we was and came through real big. And especially, I thought in that second half, Coach, we put two good quarters together.
Two good quarters. We came off the first quarter. That first half, you knew Oklahoma was going to be ready to play. And I'm telling you, they're as good as it gets in this league right now because they're loaded at every position. But the bottom line was is we didn't panic. And I'm big on not trying to call a timeout right at the start of a ball game because those are ebbs and flows at the start. So I didn't want to call a timeout to give my team the perception that I believe that we're rattled. So our guys stuck in it. They played hard. And I tell you what, that was a battle between two good basketball teams. And we're right there becoming a good basketball team. And we've got one more left here, one more at the Expo Center, and we want to finish it out the right way.
I tell you, confidence, we talked about that at the very beginning. I felt like from last night's game, we gained a lot of confidence. It showed tonight on this floor that they was not going to give up, and they was not going to let Oklahoma take the glory away from them.
That's right. They battled, and what can you say about the guys that stepped on the floor? Every one of them. Rio Logan's been playing minimal minutes since being a starter the whole year, and I'll tell you what, he comes in. He got a little rattle early, but I tell you what, at the end, he stayed strong against Big Boy in there, and they did a fantastic job. You can't be more proud right now as a team than the East Kentucky Miners. They played extremely hard tonight. They battled through some things, and I tell you what, when it mattered the most tonight, once again, they came through, and that's what matters. Because when a team matures, it don't come down to, all right, X's and O's and whatnot. It becomes down to maturity. It becomes the players making plays, and they made plays tonight.
Let's talk about this crowd. I mean, electrifying tonight.
Great crowd, I tell you what, as you know, and you guys have been in a long time, high school basketball is always going to reign supreme here. That's just the way it is. But for us to have a crowd tonight on a Friday night, I believe there's some district championships going on.
There's 3 district championships going on in 3 different districts, and I tell you, it was rocking in here.
And we had a great crowd. It was almost a high school environment. And if we get it like we do down at the Allen Centrals, down at the Prestonsburgs, down at the Paintsvilles, down at the Pikevilles, we get a crowd like that every night in here that's just cheering us on every night, that's an added boost. And then we'd had it tonight.
I tell you, the last few minutes, and you got to thank the Diamond Girls. I mean, they got out here and really got this crowd into it. And probably the last minute, I mean, you could not hear yourself in this Expo Center.
And it was fantastic. The crowd was there. Our guys fed off of it, and we got a couple of key stops at the end. And I tell you what, Josh Pace has been doing it all year. Bounced back. We talked about it. 15 points last night. Well, he comes back with 28 and 10 tonight. And then on down the line, Jason McLeish once again 25 points. Can't say enough about our guard play. Absolutely not.
Jason McLeish had 7 points at halftime, and he ends up with 25. I tell you, that's big.
Hey, there's a reason Travis Ford recruited him to EKU when he's all OVC. Ford knows a little something about a point guard, and he saw something in McLeish. And I tell you what, if Travis Ford thinks he can play, then he can flat out play. And he's proven it here in Eastern Kentucky once again.
He sure had. I thought tonight the matchup between Daniels and Thomas inside was an awesome matchup, and they both went head-to-head at each other. It was a great, awesome matchup inside.
I tell you what, that boy, he could flat out play, and Thomas, Thomas, he's a warrior. He says, keep them coming at me, Coach. I don't need a double. And he flat out played him, and he played right to the end. And then, of course, he fouled out, and then Rio Logan stepped up those last couple minutes like he should. Definitely.
Last night he had a double-double, Thomas, but he ended up with 9 points now. But big thing, 14 rebounds.
14 rebounds. If he does that every night, because Boo's going to get the double. Boo's going to get us 14 to 22 every night. If Steve gets us 9, that's an unbelievable block advantage we have. And I tell you what, one more game here Sunday. If we get a crowd in here like this against Atlanta, these guys play like this will be a great ending to an unbelievable first year.
It's a great year. I had Jay Fiddler on at halftime when we were talking about the crowds and the increase of crowds that have been coming into these basketball games and the awareness of minor basketball. It's just each and every game seems to get better. And we was talking about the play of the minors. I've just seen a big turnaround in this basketball team. For an expansion team coming in here, and they have gelled very nicely here towards the end.
You're exactly right. Expansion franchise. 10 CBA rookies on this team. Not one guy's ever played in the CBA. And besides that, we have a lot of guys, Boo Jackson, Josh Pace, who does not have experience in the States. They have not played state basketball. And for those guys to come here and become superstars, it's a testament to those guys' will to want to get better. And that's what this is what the CBA is all about. It's not, I believe, it's for everybody, but it's really about those young players who believe they can get to the next level. And you're watching these players believe that they can get better and better as a team and as an individual.
Well, you look at Pace and you look at Boo Jackson, both of them in the top 20 in recruiting, top 20 players in the nation in the minor league basketball. Yeah. And this is right here in Eastern Kentucky, and you got 2 players on your team that are in the top 20. You gotta be saying, hey, that's great.
And you know who was on that list a couple years ago? We had a couple guys from the University of Kentucky. Chuck Hayes was rated on that same list. Eric Daniels was rated on that same list. And next year, both of those guys were in the NBA. So that's a testament to that. Sam Amico, who does that list, and we got 2 guys right there on that list. So you may be seeing 2 NBA guys in the near future.
I tell you, Coach, great basketball game. If we can get this crowd, like you said, in here on Sunday for Blackout Sunday, against the Atlanta Crunks, and finish this off right, it will be a great ending to a regular season here at home.
Unbelievable. Sunday, it's Blackout. Bring the black T-shirts. It's 4:05. Bring the excitement. Bring the intensity like this crowd did. Send us home with a win here, East Kentucky Expo Center. End it the right way. And I tell you what, who knows in the playoffs how far we can go. Maybe we'll get a game here, and then it'll be rocking and rolling all night long.
That's what we're talking about. We talked about that at halftime, and it would be awesome to get that playoff game at home. And the way we're playing right now, we can go far in the playoffs.
That's exactly. We can go far in the playoffs. I tell you what, 95.5 has been here from the get-go. From the day one when I got hired, we was in the Sunday sports show talking before there was anything built. Players, dance team, whatever. And now we're here, and you've been a part of it. You've been a part of it. The entire place has been a part of it, and I couldn't be more proud of what we've done the entire year.
Well, I told Joey Phil, I said, I've been honored to be a part of this program, and it's a first-class program, and you got first-class players, and you're a first-class coach.
I appreciate that. And 95.5, obviously, for years and years, has brought it. High school basketball, University of Kentucky basketball. Now they got pro basketball here in Eastern Kentucky.
And we're going to keep it.
That's exactly right.
We're going to keep it right here in Eastern Kentucky on Q95. Hey, Coach, get out there and celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
Great win, and look forward to Sunday.
Thank you.
Good job.
Hey, that's Coach Keathley for the East Kentucky Miners as a big win tonight, 106-102, as they come through with a big win, Jerry, and you can tell a lot of excitement. And
oh man, don't get any better than that.
I tell you, it's a lot of basketball going on, a lot of playoffs, but I tell you, this crowd tonight.
And people think that, or some people think that the excitement has gone out of the game once you get out of school. All they have to do is come down here and watch the Miners play.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And the more they got into it, the more the crowd got into it, and they fed off of each other. And it was just something, it was fun to watch.
It's probably one of the better games, I'm telling you, that I have been. I mean, I've done almost all these minor games, all but a few, and tonight was just a phenomenal electrifying crowd in here. And I just tell you, I mean, the crowd's still here. You think think that it was a district tournament championship game, and the Miners just won, and they're celebrating out there on the floor.
Well, that's exactly what's going on, and and the Miners are out there, and they're going to sign autographs until
the last one gets signed.
Exactly. And, and it's just great. I want to thank you for allowing me to come down with you tonight.
Hey, buddy,
and do this.
I always enjoy having me and you together. We have a blast.
It's really great.
I've enjoyed this game. Let's look at the final stats, and we'll see if we can sneak out of this place. Looking at the Oklahoma Cavalry, they were led in scoring tonight by Curtis Haywood with 24 points. Selby and Daniels both with 17 points apiece. Marvin Phillips with 13. Nate Green with 10. Brandon Dean with 8. DeAnthony Bowden with 3. Adam Spinge with 8. And Pierre Darden with 2. Looking at the East Kentucky Miners, they were led tonight in scoring by Josh Pace with 28 points. Jason McLeish with 25. James Booth Jackson with 14. Mike Dean with 18. Steve Thomas with 9. Mike Crane with 4. Daniel Price with 2. Rio Logan with 1. And Marcus Hurd with 5. As the Miners come away on a 2-game homestand with 2 big victories over a quality basketball team as they beat Oklahoma 106-102.